Conde proposes a specific vision of the world that helps us to navigate the way that we can structure our thoughts to help us to achieve better outcomes. One of the most important parts of horse philosophy is understanding whether you are in a mindset of scarcity, and if you are, how to move toward a mindset of abundance. The way that she proposes the world is structured is that the outside world, our families, our jobs, our financial status, our friendships, relationships, etc., they are actually a reflection of the thoughts and feelings inside of us. So if we're fearful of something, then things that tend to make us even more fearful tend to materialize. If we're thankful for something, that thing that make us even more thankful tend to materialize. So it is important to observe your thoughts and to be constantly noticing those thoughts that contain the sense of scarcity and moving them toward flipping them to become thought that contains ideas of abundance. So for example, this is how she would restructure your internal dialogue to move you from scarcity to the abundance position. So many people believe that if you are moving away from something, let's just say you're moving away from being poor, that means that you want to move toward being wealthy. She says this is an incorrect assumption. People who are moving away from something are traveling in this vector or this trajectory. People who are moving toward something are traveling toward this trajectory or this direction. They are moving in opposite directions, and their mindset dictates their outcome. So a person who's trying to move away from being poor, being ill, being lonely, no matter how hard he works at his problems, he still ends up with the same outcome as if he's cursed or she's cursed. And person who is moving toward being wealthy, toward being healthy, toward being in a happy relationship, seem to have things just come their way that just make their wishes come true, make it easy for them to obtain the desired outcome. So Conde said that your thoughts, the direction of your thoughts away or toward something will determine whether the world fights you or helps you. So let's look at a few examples. Here we're kind of starting to think of how to restructure your thoughts from I want to move away from a bad situation to I want to move toward a desirable situation. So let's give an example. You're tired of being broke. She'll say, if you feel tired of being broke, tired of feeling like you never have enough money, structure your thought to say, I want to feel financially secure. I always want to have abundance of money. If you're tired of being lonely, feeling like all your significant others always betray you, go towards saying, I want to be in a very romantic and a very secure relationship. Especially avoid things like, I do not want to end up like my sister. I do not want to end up like my parents. I do not want to end up like my friends. Those are scarcity, negativity focused questions. Instead, imagine an outcome. I want to be happy like Mr. and Mrs. X. I want to be fulfilled like I see this person has or this person does, etc., etc. Also, even things that we take for granted. So for example, I could say, I plan to work very hard to pay off my credit cards or to pay off my student debts or whatever. That thought powers actually the debts even harder. Why? Well, there is an expression what you focus on expands. So if you're focusing on credit card debt, if you're focusing on men or women being unfaithful, being rude, being inconsiderate, being selfish, blah, 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 that's what expands. If you're focused on illness that you're fighting, I have cancer, I have this disease, I have sickle cell disease, I have this, I have ADHD, I have a learning disability. That's what expands. If you focus on my job is boring, I want a new job, the boring part expands. If you focus on many of my friends lost money in stock market, I'd not want to invest because I'm afraid to lose money in stock market or crypto market. The losses and the negative emotion from that also expands because that's what you focus on. Also, very often we have expressions that we commonly use. Again, I want to pay off my credit card. I want to get out of this bad relationship. I want to quit my job and find a better job. I'm afraid of the layoffs in the industry. I'm afraid that the stocks are not a good investment right now. This course is supposed to be very hard. I'm afraid to take it because it's hard. Also, very often I'll say, I hope everything goes, I hope nothing happens to ruin my plans. That's another, you're focusing on things that can happen to ruin your plans. Also, people say, I want to get rid of debt. I want to get rid of obnoxious neighbors. I want to get rid of obsessive ex-partner. I want to get rid of this very old and tired car that's constantly breaking. Again, what you focus on expands. So rephrase your thinking from I want to get rid of obsessive boyfriend, I want to get rid of obnoxious neighbors, to I want to obtain caring relationships in which nothing is ever in my way, everything always goes my right. I want to have wonderful neighbors. I want to have amazing health that everybody is jealous of. I want to have a wonderful boss that all my friends are jealous of. I want to have more money than I need. I want to have more attention than I even want or need, etc., etc. So observe your thoughts, and Conde says, at first you will not notice it very often. Only from time to time you will start noticing your thinking patterns. But the more you do it, and the more you self-correct yourself, and also if you're talking to somebody, let's just say that people are asking you, how you been doing, or what's your plans for the summer? Oh, I hope it doesn't rain. I hope it's not as rainy as last year. Stop yourself immediately, kind of slap yourself slightly on the wrist or slap yourself slightly on the hand, and change your statement and say, I fully expect it to be wonderful, etc., etc. So stop stopping yourself mid-thought, kind of putting a hard end to that thought, switching it, vocalizing it, and restructuring your thoughts. That's it for now. I'll see you in the next video.